Alicia Ryan is the CEO of LSync Corporation. She graduated from George Mason with a degree in industrial organizational psychology and received her master's in organizational leadership with a specialization in servant leadership and systems thinking. She told me her mother was her first mentor and helped guide her on her career path.
At that time in my life, I wanted to focus more on counseling and nonprofits, and she told me I'd make a much better leader if I understood how to do it in business, and then focused on giving back when I could, which is what I've balanced my whole life to be.
Ryan's first job was as a defense contractor in the Washington, D.C. area, where she spent about 20 years, mostly as a consultant and strategist.
As I started through my career, when I was 30, I was promoted to director inside one of the defense companies. I was the only woman leader, and I was the youngest director. And I can still remember my colleagues making fun of me and swearing that there was a man behind the curtain. And if you know anything about the Wizard of Oz, that's not a nice thing to say. And so instead of getting upset about it, I turned it around. And my entire group focused an entire year on creating the yellow brick roads to success. And we grew and we were very successful.
Ryan was quickly moving up the corporate ladder in her field. Her path would soon change.
I ended up one day walking downstairs and realizing that my nanny had pictures of both of my small children all over the walls. And I looked at a couple of them and I didn't know them. And she started telling me all about them. And I said, that's it. And so I walked upstairs, I told my husband I was done, and I left a very lucrative career to move to Huntsville.
Ryan and her family moved to Huntsville and started LSync about 12 years ago out of her home.
I started with 2 other people as an independent consulting group, but we sold so much work that in 6 months we had a $500,000 backlog, which meant we needed to incorporate. And so we incorporated 5 people in my house. And my kids.
Now she employs about 100 people in this 53,000 square foot facility in Research Park. Ryan told me a little more about the work that LSync does.
From our traditional roots, we do have government services support that we provide on the arsenal, which I'm very proud of. We also provide product development across the defense and aerospace, but we've launched in creating some pretty sophisticated industrial automated machines for large commercial clients. One of the machines that we made that's pretty incredible was able to print on this, as well as the bat that you see behind you. So being able to actually print anything on an object.
Ryan told me she didn't get to where she is today alone. She had great mentors along the way.
Some of the other people in my circle have made huge differences in my life. I learned to surround myself with people who are smarter than me, especially in areas that I'm not comfortable with, and ensure that they're pushing me to be better and to consider and look at other perspectives.
Ryan also gives back, working with a number of nonprofits and making sure the next generation has great opportunities. Her family has also grown. Ryan and her husband adopted 2 children. She is also a part of the team that will launch and open the Alabama School for Cyber Technology and Engineering. We thank Alicia Ryan for her investment in our community and her contributions to change the lives of others.